dropping back three.
Okay, did this mother just deflect his own pass? You too! D2X the Kid back on his Madden grind. Let me tell y'all, it's been a good 3 to 4 weeks since my last video, and I'm feeling pumped to get back on it. That lineup you just saw, that was my old lineup, and since then I've made a good bit of changes to that to the point where I'm wiping the floor with a lot of these cats. A lot of guys I get this year come from ripping packs. Now you'll see in the video like a Tyron Smith, Thomas Davis, and even a Jason Witten who I got out of the auction house because he's just impossible to pull, but at the same time he only went for 10K, so I went ahead and snapped him up. Plus he fits my offensive style. Now quarterback was probably the toughest position for me to figure out, even with the 90 overall Jameis Winston, but I think now I finally have a quarterback that I'm going to stick with for the rest of the season. Now before I get into all that, allow me to tell you guys how I got there. Now since I started my MUT journey this year, I've been playing with all 3 Tony Romos as my quarterbacks, from the bonus Romo to the elite Romo to the style master Romo, 2 of which didn't even fit my offensive scheme. But then I got Glover Quinn in that style master set. Let me tell you, he's been putting in work for me since I put him in my lineup. It's just been a bunch of guys really, man. Like, don't get me started on the players I've been pulling in packs. Like, y'all remember the month of October? Like, I'm telling you, I've been trying so hard to get that BCA fits lately, man. And I gotta say, I thought I lost hope until I opened a BCA topper one time, and then I pull the BCA Shady. I pull the Breast Cancer Awareness October Shady McCoy, 89 overall, a monster. I couldn't play with him because quite frankly, he sucks to run with, but still, he was one of the players I needed for that set, so I couldn't say no. And if you happen to peep my last video, then you heard how I pulled Ty Law, right? I was just opening the pro pack that I got from Objectives when all of a sudden, BAM! A 93 overall man defense cornerback that puts all my other cornerbacks to shame. The only elite corner that I had at that time was Chris Harris. I had the team of the week Ladarius Gunner, who I then moved to the slot after I added Ty Law. But my God, look at these stats. He puts all my cornerbacks to shame, dude. And I like Chris Harris, but he makes Chris Harris look like a gold. A lot of the top Ultimate teams this year, they have at least 3 legends on their team. And I'm looking at a defensive guy, I'm either going to go with Roy Williams or Joey Porter. Joey Porter because he's 94 overall and he fits my defense. Roy Williams because I need an elite strong safety and he's one of my favorite players of all time. However, sacrifices must be made and I'm really leaning towards Joey Porter right now, even though I already have Shaq Thompson. With 1 week left to go in October and 1 player needed to complete the set in Nate Solder, I finally got him off the auction block and in turn I was able to complete the set. I unlocked the 94 overall Larry Fitzgerald, the best wideout on my team, the best player on my team, whose only weakness is his elusiveness. 91 speed, can catch like nobody's business, and could very well jump out of the freaking stadium. Not too many wideouts in Madden can do that right now. And to keep things moving, I open a pack and I pull another running back. The team of the week version of Lamar Miller, who is also a speed running back, so you can expect him to get some playing time on my squad too. Now, if you guys thought Fitz was fire, a week later, Madden drops a bunch of monster packs. So I decided why not rip open a bundle. The only thing guaranteed about these monster packs though are a bunch of Most Feared collectibles. And you get some Most Feared players as well, a lot of golds and a lot of silvers, but let's be real, a lot of these guys ain't even make my solo lineup. The thing about these monster packs though, like it made me wonder if I wasted money because I was curious as to whether or not I would even pull an elite. And then I just kept going card to card and then eventually I would get to an elite. And it is Big Ben. He might make second string quarterback if I decide to do a short pass lineup, which I'm still thinking about doing. Think there's going to be any fire in these next packs? Let's find out. Another Most Feared silver player, Julian Edelman, Clinton McDonald, a Most Feared quick sell. I already know there's going to be a bunch of golds. Got a gold collectible, give me Brandon Cooks. And yeah, a bunch of golds. And the team of the week, Stephon Diggs. Not too bad, but again, no elites. Until now, give me that football outsider Tyron Smith. I could use him. Oh, there he is, Sterling Sharp, who just came out that same day. He came out that same day. I pulled him in the monster pack. Good decision to rip him, because this is the day that I became a MUT millionaire. Yep, I sold him the same day. He didn't fit my offense. What you want me to do? Long pass, I'm speed run. 94 overall, and besides, he may be Carolina's finest, but he just wouldn't fit my team. He made me a MUT millionaire though, because I had the only Sterling Sharp in the auction house that day. I don't even care about my cornerback, dude. You can go ahead and go to the next one. Who's the next card, man? I don't care about him. But yeah, Sterling Sharp though, Carolina's finest. A lot of y'all mudheads might look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm really not. I'm the one making money, y'all the one spending a million coins. And I got a Pro Pack Redemption collectible, which really isn't worth all that much. I hate that I let him go, but I had to do it. I had to do it. Now, one more monster pack left. The dopest player that I could have pulled out of these packs, it wasn't even Doug Baldwin. Yep. Not even a Most Feared collectible. The dopest card that I could have pulled was the Schefter star Todd Gurley. And y'all ain't even gotta ask. You already know I completed the set. Short pass and ground and pound. And look at how he matches up with AP, dog. That is crazy. People were talking about that matchup in real life too, like who would you take, Adrian Peterson over Todd Gurley? I did not see that one coming. And to take care of some unfinished business, I decided to start on my first captain set. I needed a middle linebacker to fit my defense, so I went with Michael Kendricks. Now I had a choice between either him or Luke Kuechly, but then I did a little bit of research. He's actually faster than Luke, he's a better tackler than Luke, and overall he's just a better cover. And every Luke Kuechly in the auction block, they wanted 200k coins for him, and it was much cheaper to complete the Kendrick set. You do the math. And I figured if I was going to try to get that 99 Odell later in the season, why not go ahead and get the captains going? And on the offensive side, I need to improve my O-line, so I went ahead and I picked up the captain Kyle Long. 90 overall, the best speed run right guard in the game. Why not? And as I go through these ultimate packs right now, it gives me an idea for a topic to go over in my next video. The point system in EA Sports needs to be revamped. I'll go into more details probably in the next video, but for now I just gotta say that, and there are ways to improve it, and I have a couple of ideas. Not only that, there needs to be a way to improve the chances of pulling different players, because I've pulled so many duplicate cards just this year alone, it's driving me nuts. You know how many Brandon Olivers I've been pulling in packs? You know how many Tobias Palmers I've been pulling? I've only been pulling one of each elite that I've gotten. The only duplicate that I've gotten as far as elites goes is like a Fletcher Cox. He's not even the best right end for my defense. So yeah, there needs to be improved odds of pulling different players. I'm okay with the odds of, oh, you get this chance of pulling a goal player, or you get this chance of pulling an elite player. I'm perfectly fine with that. But we need more variety. As big of a pool of elite players that we get, we need more of a variety of who's going to come out in these packs. As long as I'm going to play Madden 16, I'm probably never going to pull another Ty Law, and that's not really fair. Or Chris Harris for that matter, Aqib Talib. A lot of these guys that you won't even find in packs, you got to find in the auction house. That's ridiculous to me. Now going back to this quarterback issue for a hot minute, like I said before, I've played with a lot of them, but the only one that really fit my style was Tony Romo, and he was the lowest rated elite. The Style Master Romo wasn't even my style, so I'm like, okay, I'm screwed. And I didn't want Tom Brady. Don't ask me why, I just didn't. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna fix that. Madden ended up blessing me during week 8. Drew Brees, one of the greatest quarterbacks of my generation, threw 40 of 50 passing for 500 yards and 7 touchdowns. Week 8 hero, welcome to my team. Now earlier in the video I did mention completing a legend set. And the legend that I chose to do was Roy Williams. At that time I was like, okay, I'm not going to use him in my defense, but if I do get him, why not sell him? So I ended up completing this set. I had a lot of money left over from the Sterling Sharp sale, and I was just able to make it work. Now that I got my offense squared away, the very next thing that I did was put him to the test against the November Gauntlet boss, which was a team full of most feared and rage players. And surprisingly enough, the game went really well. Like, just throwing with Drew Brees, I caught a couple passes with key receivers. Like, everything was going so smooth. Yeah, I was going against the CPU, but it was all Madden difficulty, and everybody had their power boost because they were most feared cards. But it was just ridiculous how fluid the gameplay was. And I'm like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this. But despite all of that, I was still missing something. Wasn't quite sure what it was yet until I remembered that Madden released a player that I needed to get. All my years of playing this game, I've never once played with Calvin Johnson. So I'm like, okay, I remember the Week 6 hero, 92 overall, speed run style. That was a must-cop then, and it's a must-cop now. So I went ahead and I picked him up. Calvin Johnson, aka Megatron, leader of the Detroit Decepticons, is on my team. Welcome to the Carolina Shockwave. At 92 overall, he was the best wide receiver on the market before BCA Fitz came out. He's fast, he can move around just as quick as Fitz can, and he can jump like Fitz. And don't get me started on his hands. I'm probably not going to be throwing to him for any spectacular catches or anything like that. But I'm going to be real. If I need a quick throw to on the run, or somebody that's a good route runner, I'm throwing the ball to Megatron. He's definitely going to be my second option, if not my first option. I just feel bad for my other elites, though. Jordy Nelson being my favorite receiver in the NFL right now. Julio Jones being the first elite card that I pulled in Madden Ultimate Team. But hey, sometimes you gotta let things go in order to get better, and they still get playing time too, so there's a plus. And wide receiver madness continues. You know why? Because the new round of Journey Solos gives you the Journey Master Amari Cooper. This guy is crazy fast. He's got hands like nobody's business, and can maneuver around defensive backs like they're pylons in the skills challenge. This guy is legit. However, everybody is playing with him now. Nobody was raving like this over the 90 overall Jameis Winston, but literally everybody in Ultimate Team has the 91 Amari Cooper. If you don't, congratulations, you're an original. Now what I'm about to show you guys may easily be the biggest upgrade I've made this year. Even after his pick 6 versus the Oakland Raiders, they haven't even once updated Chris Harris Jr. Until recently, Madden drops a 93 overall Football Outsider zone defense version of Chris Harris on the auction block. He's in packs at first, but he was only 24 hours, so I had to buy him. And I got him. Chris Harris Jr., my favorite cornerback in the league right now, is on my team, upgraded, and better than ever. Now, despite Ty Law still being the best cover cornerback on my team, ever since I upgraded Chris Harris Jr., he's been making a lot more plays, picking off a lot more passes, and giving opposing teams a lot more of that work. And now I pick up Haloti Nada off the auction block, who's the newest addition to my front seven. Fits my defense better than Vince Wilfork. How can I say no? One more aspect of my team that I think I need to talk about is kick returning. Now, I've been returning kicks with a lot of different players. The GOAT, Deshaun Jackson, Team of the Week, Tyler Lockett, Cordero Patterson, and a lot of guys. But then I got the gold Tavon Austin, and he's just been bringing back punts for me like crazy in the solos. And then I find out that they update his character model twice with the Team of the Week Elite version and the MVP version that came out with the 97 speed. If the gold one is returning punts like this, y'all already know that is a must cop. Tavon Austin, which version, it doesn't matter as long as you're an elite. You're coming to my team at some point in the future. Alright y'all, well once again I would like to thank y'all for checking out this video, and be on the lookout for all the upcoming videos that I have on the way. Let me tell y'all, seasons, pack openings, bunch of new players, updates, whatever you got, I got it covered. Everything. Ultimate Team Madden season is real this time, and I ain't stopping until I get a couple Super Bowls underneath my belt, so this content's just gonna keep coming and coming and coming. We're trying to win championships. I'm trying to get that 99 overall Marshawn Lynch. You already know how that goes. It's going to be all about that action from this point moving forward. Y'all take it easy.